Good morning. Welcome to our worship service for August 27th. We're so grateful that you've joined together with us today on this wonderful day in which we worship our Lord. We thank you for joining with us, and we look forward to wonderful things that God may do for us through this day. A couple of announcements. Remember that Charge Conference is coming up in October, and we'll be inviting you to come participate in that. We're just finishing up actually doing nominations and other things like that as a board, as we met last week. Also, we have Operation Christmas Child, which will be coming up, which we'll be doing together with the other churches in our parish. It'll be at Hannah, so we'll get you that date when it comes up here in the near future. And again, some things have delayed me a little bit in being able to do this, but I will be sending a letter around talking about what might be possible for us to do in relation to starting ministries outside of the church, one of those potentially being the one that we discussed as far as Messy Church. We'll just see where that one goes, but we're praying about it, asking God to guide us there. But like I said, some things have come up that have delayed. I'll share just a little bit of that here a little bit later. So those are the things that I'm aware of. If you know of any other announcements, the other things that you would like us to announce, we would be glad to do that. So today, as we continue in our study in the book of Philemon, last week we talked about the debt being relieved, that Paul expected Philemon to forgive Onesimus' debt. But there's a second and actually a third step, but we'll talk about the second step. And it's a step in which we have received from God first, and that is reconciliation. To be brought back together, to be back in relationship, not just to have our debt put away, but to be back connected together, reconciled to each other, that we are now in the same place. We're standing where each other is standing. Instead of being separate, we are now together in a relationship again. What a glorious truth Paul wants Philemon to exhibit in his ministry to Onesimus. And what a glorious truth that it is for us, the truth as we stand before God. And what a huge responsibility as we seek to find places of reconciliation rather than division. Places of healing and connection rather than separation and rejection. May we be people of reconciliation. Paul says that we have been given the ministry of reconciliation. May we become people who live that truth out in our daily lives. Our first song speaks of God's great faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness.